Why should young people get involved in our democracy? Well, we have the highest disparity in any democratic country between young people who don't vote and older people who do. What does that lead to? Well, it invariably leads to politicians paying attention to the interests of older people. And then that, of course, affects things such as the housing crisis, because, of course, pensions are given a priority over building new homes for younger people. How do I intend to change that? Well, one of the things I have put out there in my campaign is that we must reduce the voting age to 16 years old. Studies show us that the younger people get involved in democracy, the more likely they are to continue remaining engaged in the democratic process. If we introduce voting ages at 16, you'll see young people get involved in their schools, in their colleges, they'll get involved in hustings debates, and as I said, they're more likely to therefore remain engaged for the rest of their lives, and their interests will be represented. Another thing I recommend is that we introduce e-voting. Already you can register to vote online, but you cannot currently vote online. And using these things, smartphones, we can currently transfer thousands of pounds across the internet. We can spark revolutions across Middle Eastern regimes using social media. We can meet the love of our lives over social media, yet we cannot vote. I find that situation absurd, and again, I aim to change that. Estonia currently does it to some great success, and it will greatly increase youth voter participation in our democracy. And the final proposal that I make is that, for the life of me, I can't understand why elections occur in May, because everyone from the age between 16 to the age of 22 will be engaged with their final exams. Of course, they're not going to want to vote. Of course, they're not going to want to get involved in door knocking and canvassing and debates and hustings and the culture of democracy, because they're busy with their final exams. If we were to change the election date from May and put it to something like, I don't know, November, like the United States does, then you will see a whole bunch of an entire generation, everyone from the age of 16 to 22, will be able to get involved in the culture of democracy. And with these proposals, I intend to reinvigorate our democratic process and stand up for justice, stand up for the youth, and stand up for liberty.